so I had to settle for piggyback
Never mind. So I think anti-large against dwarf feels like a garage level of insult.
properties. The most sexually ambiguous man alive declared war on me.
Well,
Hi, can I have a foot-long cock? I mean, oh, fuck.
This Yakuza...
Wait, what? We all kissed the homie. Of course. It's another rule of being manly man. Kissing the homie after a battle. Okay, let's watch the video of beautiful Reggie, who used Psychopathy to become a millionaire in Total War 3, because of course he did. I wish I could become a millionaire. Not in Total War 3. Let's go! Let's start up! There we go.
Gentlemen, I have a few questions.
I can
Do you
hear it.
like money? Do you
Yes.
believe in the purity of late-stage capitalism? And finally,
No.
do you ever dream of using illegal immigrants to start an unlicensed
No.
gold mine in your backyard? I know I
Never.
do, which makes me
Oh.
uniquely suited for today's challenge, because we
Oh.
will be playing as King Lord Beezer of the Noblar Empire, and our goal is to
Noblars!
amass a treasury of 1 million gold. Then
I
I can
want
finally
that.
retire and go home to my hideously disfigured Noblar wife. That's my dream, and I'm
Yeah.
willing to commit as many Ponzi schemes as it takes to see it through. So, can we use aggressive business
you would
strategies to make our
never.
million, or will we be extorted and assaulted by stronger and
definitely
less
not.
financial?
Look at the Noblars. Look at the Noblars. They're very capable. He has a point. He does have a point. It's all about labeling things correctly. It's not cannibalism. It's recycling. It's not slavery. It's provided workforce. Yes.
Literate species. There's only one way to tell. Now, let us begin. The
Noblars!
first and most important step in any money-making strategy is ad time. 14 years ago, my life was
I thought I wanted the time, not the ad. Laborers, of course, laborers. It's enhanced compensation. No. They are provided laborers. Don't worry about it.
a living nightmare because I was using an unoptimized web browser that was so
ew.
inefficient and hogged so many of my resources
how
that
do
there
you
was
watch your
hardly anything left
boys?
to feed my wife and 19 children. We had to survive.
That's a lot of blobby children. Forced volunteers. They're not forced. They just volunteers. Yeah, with no choices. Whatever he has to do to collect money, even ads. The term you're looking for is volunteer. Yes, but yes.
On rations of 200 kilobytes of RAM a month. But all of that
Disgusting.
changed.
Although nowadays 200 kilobytes of RAM is, oh boy, that's a lot. Prisoners with jobs. I love that.
Because they didn't make it. And also, I started using the sponsor of today's video, Opera GX. Opera is the refined man's browsing experience. It allows you to
I
limit
see.
memory.
So if you don't use the Opera GX, you die. I see.
usage, and by downloading mods, you can customize the browser to your exact specifications. For example, mine has its own wallpaper, along with background music and custom sound effects for opening and closing tabs. But by far,
I love that. It's freaking brick noise or whatever it is called. I don't know, but I love it.
the best part is the keystrokes. When I edit my voiceover, I have to manually remove hundreds of instances of me inhaling, and it bothers me because it feels like a waste. So I humbly prostrate myself before you, the viewer, and offer my collection.
I love that. I absolutely love that clip of the guy giving a bow to the woman. Beautiful. That's how I want any man to bow to me. No other way. You have to learn that specific move. Everything else does not matter, and I will not accept the apologies otherwise.
Of pulmonary ventilation to accompany your each and every keystroke.
No. Oh
Now
no!
you can close your eyes.
He recycled the briefs. He did it. The bunny has spoken. I have spoken.
and pretend I'm right there with you.
No!
But
no!
Opera isn't content to stop there. They've also integrated helpful software such as ChatGPT into their browser. I find this extremely useful, because I don't have time to keep up on current events. So I asked Opera's generative AI to summarize entire scientific articles in a single word.
Gonna be so embarrassed for your meet and greet next year, a line of people breakdancing. If that would happen, it would be absolutely great, and I would be very much appreciative if anyone took this joke anytime seriously.
Then I take all of those single words, put them in a Google Doc, and ask Opera to summarize that. Now, thanks to Opera GX, I have the cumulative knowledge of the entire scientific community condensed into a singular word.
Wow!
Garage.
What matters the most on this world? Garages.
Truly fascinating. I want to invite you to join my scientific journey by downloading Opera GX today. And don't worry, it has plenty of
You will not let me fall into the madness of this. I shall not fall.
tools to import your data from other browsers, so your transition will be completely painless. Thank you, Opera GX. Now,
guys, I'm sorry. We all have to now download and install Opera GX. It will take any anime dude and change it into beautiful anime girl, and we all know that that's the most important part in this whole journey. Everything else does not matter. We will get the 2D anime girls, and that's the most important stuff.
back to the video. We start the campaign.
Either Catalysm or Grainhorn Rod. Grainhorn Rod, of course. Isn't that what cosplay does? True.
By killing our closest neighbor before the cinematic zoom even finishes. If he didn't want this to happen, he shouldn't have had a small amount of pocket change on his person.
Exactly.
Anyway, with that out of the way, welcome to Noblar country. Over here is our capital, the Scrap Towers. An entire city constructed from other factions' discarded junk. Basically, it's a landfill.
One man's garbage, another person's good on
Exactly.
And while it's already quite girthy, the garbage pile must grow. So I take military action against a nearby homeless shelter.
Because we need more garbage. And how do you create garbage? Well, you raid other people.
When it comes to random trash, these people are practically millionaires. But they don't want to give it up without a fight, and whatever social welfare program they're on is providing them with chemical weapons.
That's no good.
I tried stoning them to death, but that wasn't working, so I switched to hand grenades, which fortunately got the job done. With the Skaven defeated, we can focus on infrastructural improvements, such as erecting giant piles of gold in all of our settlements. However, sensing our disposable income, my grandfather tries to sell me a life insurance policy. And when I decline, he unfriends me on Facebook and tries to kill us.
Hey, let's kill him. Let's kill this guy.
We gotta be careful, guys. We really have to be careful.
Let's beat him to death with hammers.
This led to a series of battles across the province. I want to say that I pride myself on every unit in my army being expendable, because it makes me feel better when I kill all of them through my own negligence. However, you can't get much more expendable than an already dead body, so we had some trouble with Helmet. But if you ever find yourself
makes sense. It's very, very, very difficult to be more expendable than a dead body already is.
Victimized by a 90-year-old man, simply pick up and
my browser is
throw a potato-sized rock at his head, and I promise you, he will never recover. That's what I did, and Helmand is now dead. Winning this war awarded us with the Golden Crown of King Lord, which makes Lord Beezer suck marginally less. With Helmand Gorst currently rot-maxing in a field, we can finally engage in the real Noblar gameplay.
Oh, look at that Noblar! And he said that they're hideous. They're not hideous, they are beautiful.
Which is recruiting several drug addicts and sending them into the world on dog sleds to collect copper pipe for us. They're
Noblar's Hordes, I think, is the mod faction. Yes, it is a mod faction. They do not exist in the base game, but they look very cute.
Basically, my own little fleet of garbage trucks. Each trash pile that they collect has a random item along with a few hundred scrap, which I can use in multiple ways. I could staple it to my soldiers as a form of Kevlar armor. It works just okay. Or I could use it to pay criminals to rob people for me. For example, I just stole 6,000 gold from Imric, and there's not a goddamn thing he can do about it. This might not seem like a lot, but as my garbage armada grows, we're going to be collecting a lot of scrap.
That's the nobler, don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, there are others that wish to usurp my garbage throne. Perhaps the only person who enjoys the filth of a landfill more than me is Kugan.
I thought it's gonna be Asmon. I really did thought that he's gonna just put Asmon instead of this dude and be like, this guy.
So I decided to share my scrap metal with him, in the sense that I launched it out of a catapult and eviscerated.
Well, it is one way of a delivery. Asmon is in Kislev. Probably you're correct on that one. Listen, he's not fighting them, he's sending over his scrap with cannons or catapults because that's a delivery method. Those plagues. I've never seen this video.
Thousands of his sewage-covered followers. Kugoth actually defeated me in a few battles, because the anatomy of a Noblar does not hold up well against giant predatory insects. However, it is the shared mental illness of every artillery commander to believe that you are exactly one volley away from winning the entire battle. So obviously, I tried again, and things went so poorly that I just conceded halfway through. Thankfully, our luck changed when I unlocked my greatest ability, Lord Beezer's Royal Knob Cheese. When I bring
the knob cheese? It's the knob cheese time.
Boy out, you're looking at an explosion of poor hygiene that kills even the most grizzled slop connoisseur.
Oh boy.
I know, that sounds excessive, but let me tell you something.
A little bit.
When Lord Beezer walks up to you and smears his chunky knob cheese across your face, you'll wish you were dead. With that, we finished off Kugoth and conquered the dragon.
I do. He is in Kislev. Look at this guy, professional streamer. Listen, I am professional streamer. This guy is literally... You can see the resemblance, right? Yeah, you can see the resemblance, I'm sure. There is a female cosplay mode on Nexus. Oh my goodness, of course there is. Of course there is.
The radioactive man is on screen.
Given that all of our immediate neighbors are now dead, we can enter phase 2 of my money-making strategy, cutting costs. You see, I dream of a world where every one of my soldiers is paid not in gold, because that belongs to me, but rather with a firm handshake and a gentle kiss. Unfortunately,
why there are kisses in nobler community when you win a war or a fight? I need a lore. Reggie, why? Why a kiss?
Labor unions don't share my vision, and these armies get really expensive, so I'm going to settle for downsizing. However, in case it wasn't obvious when I blew up that old man with a hand grenade, Warhammer is a pretty dangerous place. And just like how a hermit crab...
They learned from the Spartans. That's how they meet their brothers. Oh my goodness. We all kissed the homies. Of course. It's another rule of being manly man. Kissing the homie after a battle.
Needs a shell or a transvestite hooker needs a pimp. I too require a source of protection. This is why I will ingratiate myself to the living heart attack that is Greece.
Isn't this guy also liking gold and collecting stuff? That's a good alliance. You two can gather stuff together.
Goldtooth. Greasus is a violent and deranged lunatic who is, first and foremost, morbidly obese. That last part is important because it means he understands me. He knows what it's like to want more than you need and to kill thousands to acquire it. So to gain his favor, I've created a Noblar undercity in his capital. It increases our relations and provides me a percentage of his income every single turn, thus allowing me to suckle from his obscenely large teat. And dare I say, I like the flavor. I also put a couple of undercities in Cathay and built embassies to improve our relations. I am a Gwai Lo, and the Chinese want to hate me. They yearn to implement a no-child policy upon my bloodline, but they cannot resist Noblar diplomacy.
Look at them! They're so pretty! They're the bestest boys!
With that taken care of, we've secured all of our borders except for the west, where the Chaos Dwarves have been staring at me angrily for the past 10 turns.
They don't like me.
So I decided to break the ice by killing thousands of them at pig barter. This little
It does break the ice. It really does.
Social faux pas kicked off a pretty massive war between the Chaos Dwarves and my coalition of gluttony, and we spent the next 10 turns in a comedically painful arms race. For example, I unlocked a new hybrid unit called the Rust Bucket, so the dwarves shot them to death with rifles. Then I conjured a giant fist out of the sky and pounded my enemies into the dirt, so naturally they deployed thermobaric bombs on my entire army. It's hard to get ahead in this world, but eventually the garbage industrial complex came out on top and we started taking several dwarven cities which I do not want. So I sacked
Well, you don't need them, but more trash is good.
them for thousands of gold and then sold their burnt out remnants to Greasus for a few thousand more. The home invasion real estate pipeline is pretty lucrative and it allowed me to surround myself in a protective layer of obesity. Just as I was selling off my last dwarven
You know what? That's actually a very smart way to do this. You conquered. Then you just make an alliance, give those cities to your AI conquered, and then you're just sitting there happily.
properties, the most sexually ambiguous man alive declared war on me.
Well,
Hi, can I have a foot-long cock? I mean, oh, fuck.
This Yakuza
wait, what?
man alive declared war on me.
Hi, can I have a foot-long cock? I mean, oh, fuck.
This Yakubian
Yeah, Emmerich wasn't done a whole lot of justice with his in-game model.
ape might not look like much, but his armies have some of the best mounted units in the game. Little does
they
he
know
know,
how
we
to
also
ride
have
horses.
cavalry. However, budget cuts hit pretty hard this season.
Well, I mean, you have big, angry, I don't know, cats. I don't know what type of animal these are, but, yeah, no.
So I had to settle for piggyback
Never mind. I thought that he has the big mounted like creatures. Nope. That's not how cavalry works. That's not how cavalry works. No. Reggie, noblers, no.
cavalry outfitted with random kitchen
I'm sure it counts. I don't
Either
think
way, I was
so.
excited to see how this would play out, but by the time I got down to Immerich's territory, he had already been killed by a colony of rats. This is truly a high elf moment.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
So I
You say. They're technically large creatures now? No, not even for a dwarf is that a large creature. No, noble twins. No, I don't accept it. Piggyback riders, when they were officially released, were actually kinda busted. They used to be extremely broken. That's so funny considering that even for a dwarf or a nobler, this is not a large creature.
compromised by killing the Skaven instead. They did try to stop me, but unfortunately for them, their struggle for life coincided with me unlocking giants, domesticated rhinoceros, and whatever the hell this thing is.
What? Oh boy.
By the time I wiped them out, I had sold so much of their land that not only had we made 150,000 gold, but Greasus decided to fully commit to his pay piggy lifestyle by offering to become my vassal and provide me tribute every single turn, meaning that I have completely inverted our power dynamic, and my pimp.
That is perfect. Their greatest no-briders. That's an ogre spell? I see. They didn't really fall down. They were so damn funny. They didn't have knockback animations, so no matter what they thought, they would constantly keep stabbing and would never stop. Perfect. Delicious money.
Is now paying for the privilege of protecting me. And fortunately so, because Strength Rank 3 Ungrim Iron Fist has just declared war on us. And let me tell you, I am afraid of this man. Never mind the fact that his army has flamethrowers, attack helicopters, and an entire machine dedicated to throwing axes at you. Ungrim himself is nearly invincible. My first battle against him went pretty good, because within 10 minutes I had disabled his artillery and killed most of his infantry. But what followed was 40 minutes of Ungrim using his thick dwarven fingers to personally perform a prostate exam on every member of my army. Being manhandled in such a way was fundamentally incompatible with my brain chemistry. So, much like a lobster, I had to physically dissolve my brain and assume a new
I did not know that lobsters can dissolve their brains. I didn't know that. Ungrim is cracked. Yes, I can see that.
Submissive identity. That was the only way I could prevent an otherwise unavoidable suicide. Don't get me...
I mean, okay, hold up. Reggie, I'm sorry, but I have to say, you made a very, very big mistake in this fight. You have sent your beautiful nobblers with spears, which are anti-large, at a dwarf. They were missing the dwarf! They were expecting to kill and fight a massive creature, and you sent them against a dwarf. Do you see the problem, Reggie, here? Do you see the problem? Yes, do we see the spears in the background? Yes, do we agree that this is a problem here? Good, okay, we can continue. Sending anti-large against dwarf feels like a garage level of insult. To be fair, that dwarf is at large. How? How is he large? Ungrim can be very much a raid boss, though a Gombrindil or a Thorek can be even worse to fight. Spears versus tiny enemy.
Wrong. This wasn't my first choice. In fact, I did everything in my power to stop this little freak. I tried using...
See, even he calls him little, and then he throws him into spears. It's just a short problem, he's not worried. Why do we always do anti-small? Why do we always do this? Why do we always do this? Every single time we end up making short jokes. Every single time.
Poison tip spears, ramming him with a rhinoceros, and I even resorted to calling in artillery strikes. At the end of the day, the only thing that proved even marginally effective was human wave tactics, and he personally killed 700 Nobblers before finally giving up.
Goodness.
Fellas, this is what we classify as an auto-resolve only character. Anyway, with the...
Yeah, for a nobler. Even on tabletop, you just point Ungrim at something, and once finally arrives, it dies. Oh my gosh. I played him once. It was an interesting prostate exam for sure. Little man, big beard. Listen, the beard is more important than the height, okay?
World's most fatal proctologist forced into retirement, we were able to piece up the rest of his empire without too much trouble, and all of it went directly to...
Because it's funny, ever seen Scarbrand kick a dwarf? Funniest shit. No! Dwarves in general are very deceptive to fight against. You think you're winning, but those 10% HP iron breakers will ruin your day anyways, and they never run away. My goodness.
Towards empowering Greasus. In fact, by this point, I was learning to control him, much like a fleshy new appendage. Now, finally, I am surrounded on all sides by people who, through the use of intense propaganda, have been converted into my friends. And so begins Phase 3 of our plan. You see, over the past 60 turns, my garbage crews have been scouring the globe in search of highly valuable artifacts. And as a result, I have discovered several very large and very wealthy cities. Cities inside of which I may construct my...
We'll like large and wealthy cities.
Nobbler underbellies. And, little known fact, each underbelly is connected by a series of tunnels.
I don't know who that is. I don't know why they're attention, but I love it.
Meaning that I can travel between them. For example, I can use my tunnels to travel from my starting area all the way to Lustria in a single turn. And once I'm there, I can just go hog wild, sacking every settlement I find. Because when I'm this far away from home, my actions do not have consequences.
Reggie, I love you. I love his type of humor with throwing this dude in here. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness,
You want to know the best part? Lord Beezer's abilities allow him to make about 75% more gold from sacking settlements, meaning that when I walk up to Gorok's holy city and take a big fat shit in the streets, I am compensated to the tune of 15,000 gold. So that's exactly what I did. I went to Lustria and spent the next...
There's a lot of money. Look at his money. He has 239,989 gold. I want all the money. I want all the money.
turns fist-fighting wild animals, such as this weird-looking gecko
You don't
and
worry
one
about these
particularly
little
smelly
lizards.
little rat. They put up a pretty good fight, but by this point I was a quirked-up Nobblar covered in his own feces, which, for the uninitiated, is the strongest form of Nobblar. After I was done explaining to the
Perfect. Gorok, to be fair, is another virtually unkillable lord. I love Gorok. I love sending him into the middle of enemy and just see him absolutely deplete every single health bar that he stood in front of. They aren't getting any more gold, they just appreciate it more. Gold is important. All the gold.
They're not allowed to own property. I'd take their territory and sell it off to the huntsman to maximize
Of course,
profits.
he sells it off
With
to
this
someone.
technique, it wasn't long before I was at 300,000 gold. Only 700,000
Nice.
more to go. But my real estate
And got some nukes on him as his wizard body. Yep.
empire was
Very
quickly
greedy
derailed
body, I
when
love
Gorok's
money.
obese cousin started consuming all of my customers.
Oh,
This sounds
no.
bad, but actually it ushered in the next evolution of my money-making strategy. In an
Oh.
effort to prevent Mazdamundi from muckbanging all of my clients, I teleported to his capital city, sacked it for 22,000 gold, then I used my scrap metal to create a faction of Nobblar resistance fighters which purchased his capital from me for 3,000 gold and some diplomatic agreements. With that, we now have a fully autonomous Nobblar junta operating in Central America.
Oh
And
boy,
since most of
okay, I see what he's done there. Gorok scares the shit out of me. Lewin. The trauma will never be gone from fighting Lewin. I hope that there were no people in that house. Definitely not.
Mazdamundi's armies are currently elbow deep inside Marcus's colon.
Oh man, your ass feels great.
I was able to rip through his territory, sacking everything and selling it back
Perfect.
to my new vassal. This took a while, but by the end of it, our stockpile of gold had
Oh
passed
my goodness, look at that
650,000.
stockpile!
With profits like that, it was clear that this was God's
Perfect.
will. So that was my new hustle, teleporting to major urban areas, destroying them in one turn, initiating a military coup, and then teleporting off to the next target. It's also worth mentioning
Beautiful, he just goes there, destroys the city, creates a faction to sell it to, and goes on. That's it. He doesn't need anything else. He doesn't need anything else. Still don't know how the fuck he made it work. He just did. The stupid flying infringement, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
that at this point I had fully leaned into the diplomatic playstyle, with embassies in several major
Perfect.
factions, along with plenty of research and even some special buildings, all
Oh, boy.
artificially boosting my relations with the AI. Furthermore, I was a
Interesting
founding member
strategy.
of the Chinogre Military Alliance, which was one of the strongest in the game, meaning that no one wanted to fight me. Basically, I was a bully, but a bully that
That is a smart way to do that. I feel like this should be a Skaven tactic. No, Skaven scheme too much.
everyone liked and respected. So when I would tunnel my way over to your capital city and beat the shit out of you, it was treated as an act of God, and no one would interfere. However, a
Of course
consequence of
not.
being so popular is that everyone wants to make deals with you, even if they make absolutely no sense.
And
What's
they
that,
make
Jan
money.
Bo? You want to pay me 600 gold for military access to my
Of
territory
course.
7,000 kilometers away? No problem. Or my personal favorite, when I went to war with Gorok and Zhao Ming joined on my side. Eventually, Gorok paid me for a peace treaty. Then,
Oh
5 turns later,
damn, that's
Zhao
a
Ming
good way. That is a good way to gain some money. Normally you only have to sell cities that have low habitability, yes. But this is Reggie, and Reggie wants all the cities, and then get money for all the cities. Noble Hordes, the unwashed masses mod. Perfect.
paid me to rejoin the war. Then Gorok paid me again for peace,
Oh,
and
that's
Zhao Ming paid me
beautiful.
again
I
for
love
war.
that.
This cycle continued for the entire game, despite the
Oh,
fact
that's
that neither
I want
myself,
that cycle
Gorok,
too.
or Zhao Ming had even fought each other for the past 60 turns. Beyond that, I was also
I would
reifying
love
my
that.
position as a global
It's a ping pong of money. Who can pay more to have the word or not have the word?
leader by manipulating international relations. For example, the Chaos Dwarves and Archaon were getting a little too friendly, and I didn't want them to ally against me. So I
That
took an
would be
army up
good.
north and beat the hell out of one of Archaon's little gimp allies. This pissed him off real good, so he chased after me directly into Chaos Dwarf territory. Then,
Oh,
once he was
damn.
inside, I used my heroes to spam block his army over and over again, trapping him within their borders and running up the trespassing penalty until the
I
Chaos Dwarves
see.
absolutely hated him. It's
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know that you can freaking do that you can trap someone in the enemy territory to just freaking make them angry at each other. I see how it is.
difficult to control the world through a series of secret societies and subtle
Yes,
plots,
it is difficult,
but
Reggie.
it's all worth it. Anyway, back to work. I took Beezer over to Araby and attempted to initiate diplomacy with Rapance. To facilitate this, I spoke with the most intelligent Frenchman in the entire kingdom,
No, there is no such thing as intelligent Frenchman.
but unfortunately, communication was still impossible. So clearly,
Okay, yeah, I agree. I cannot understand XQC half of the time. I'm sorry. I don't have anything against the guy. I don't watch him. I don't know him. I don't know his content. But whenever I see a clip of him, I swear I need captions. I need caption for this dude. I don't understand. The pants of Lioness, aka Discount Joan of Arc. Oh no.
I had to euthanize them. Rapance tried to stop me, and she had enough artillery to make it competitive. But in the battle of weird equestrians versus
the pretty
homeless man on a garbage
horses.
throne, the homeless win every time. I spent the next 10 turns remodeling North
Pegasus! We love Pegasus.
Africa into a Noblar colony, passing
Of course it's a
800,000
Noblar
gold
colony.
in the
Everything
process.
is a Noblar
but
colony.
when Ikit Claw attempted to muscle in on my operation, I had to put him in his place.
Ikit wanted to say hi. Kill the pretty horses. Kill the pretty horses.
I thought this would be easy, but the reality
No,
of the situation
against
is that he
Ikit?
has sniper teams, Gatling
Yep.
guns, and
Yep.
weapons of mass
Yep.
destruction.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I have an entire army suffering
That's
from
rats
late-stage
for you.
tetanus. So I decided to grit my teeth, grab the bull by the horns, and completely fuck it up.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't look so good. Chad, the Noblers,
The defeat
no!
of Beezer had signaled the end of my African campaign, but that's alright, because we've got bigger things to worry about. You
Oh.
see, the endgame crisis just
Uh-oh.
popped, and I have a handful of child coal miners trying to invade my territory. More importantly, though, I noticed they have a ridiculously wealthy capital city. If we can fight our way there and sack it, it'll easily push us past our goal of 1 million gold. The issue is that I have
do
only
it.
2 armies back home,
Oh.
one of which is just 800 people LARPing as cavalry,
Yeah, that
and the other
doesn't-
is my
that
Foreign
doesn't-
Legion, which is composed of about 7,000
That-
level 1
none of these
Noblars
look
and a
so
few
good.
Chinese guys. I did my best to stop the Dwarven advance,
That's a lot of strong looking armies right
but I am
there.
thoroughly convinced that the Kadai Destroyer was selectively bred over several generations to create the perfect Noblar extermination
Yeah, I don't think you can fight that with a little sticky sticks. I don't think that's how it can work.
device. This is the plight of my people. So their main general Sisted Vargarl humiliated me in several battles across the region.
Oh, boy.
With each defeat, I grew to hate him more and more.
Oh,
in fact,
no.
if I could kill one person in this entire world, it would be myself. But if I
Oh.
could kill 2, it would be myself and then him.
Oh,
Unfortunately, my
damn.
CBT session was cut short when Lord Beezer became available for recruitment. From here, I built myself 2 new armies, grouped up with Greasus, and
Aw.
set out to retake the Holy Land. Our first battle was at the gates of Zar. Greasus met me on the field with an entire army of British women.
Ew!
That looks vaguely racist, brother.
Utterly
This is
terrifying.
disgusting.
Meanwhile, I was bringing hundreds of rust buckets, scrap
Perfect.
launchers, and a mobile suit Gundam. Conversely, the enemy army
I
was
see.
entirely goblins, and within 5 minutes it was entirely dead goblins.
Oh.
The warpath
That's not how it was supposed to go. It was supposed to be happy goblins. I remember when Gorgers were ridiculously busted and then nerfed to the
continued, with us
ground.
fighting our way through several battles until finally we had reached Zar Negron. With us sitting at 980,000 gold, this is all we need to win. Obviously, it's time to pull out my secret weapon.
He's pulling his cock out!
By
I want to know the context for that freaking clip of Moist Critical. Where the heck did he got that from? Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate you.
spending 500 scrap, I was able to enact the not wasting stuff procedure, otherwise known as cannibalism, by encouraging
That's what he said about her. Oh no.
my soldiers to consume their fallen comrades in the middle of battle. They can
Oh.
regenerate their health and die
Oh.
painfully about 12 seconds later than they would have otherwise. Also, it saves me a ton of money. With my army now appropriately
I don't
min-maxed,
want-
I began
okay.
the siege of Zar Negron
It's
by
recycling,
throwing
it's
9
okay,
months
guys.
of precious refuse directly at my enemy's
So much
defenses.
scrap.
Their walls couldn't handle it because
So
they're
much
not
scrap.
garbage-pilled like we are. And within minutes, my slop enthusiasts were pouring through
Slop
the gates, along with
enthusiasts.
hundreds of nobblers scaling the walls to the west. The
Oh
fighting
my
was fairly
goodness.
intense. Gun lines peppered my giants with incendiary bullets. Flame elementals cooked my terracotta warrior to
No!
perfection. And above all else, a giant magma cannon was working around the clock to
Oh my
repaint the entire
goodness.
settlement with the blood of my nobblers. That's
This-
a great plan, until the surviving nobblers eventually swarm you and
Yay!
stab you to death with sharpened sticks.
Yep,
With their
yep,
artillery
yep.
taken care of, it was just a matter of time before they folded. And when they did, I
Perfect!
sacked Tsar
Perfect
Negron for a
victory!
total of 55,000
I love and hate that cannon.
gold, putting us well
Follow the
over our
plan,
1 million
yeah.
milestone. So I stood there next to my closest ally, luxuriating in the bliss of my ill-gotten gains.
Beautiful!
But while I was doing
So
this,
much
I couldn't help
money.
but notice that Greasus has a literal treasure chest on the back of his mount. I wonder how much gold is in there. Maybe I can just take a little peek. Just a quick... Come on. Greasus, please. Greasus, please. All right, have it your way. I think
No taking out the chest.
we both knew all along that this was how it had to end. Well, that's going to be it for this video.
He had
I wanna
to
thank
take
this
that
month's
chest,
patrons
dude.
for
It's
supporting the
important to
channel,
know
and
how much
finally,
gold was
thank
in
you
it.
for watching.
It's important. It's important. We must know. We must know. We must count all that gold.